Hello guys, what's up? And welcome to this video where we're gonna talk about news and their importance and psychology. Obviously, psychology is a very huge topic when it comes to trading. We won't be able to cover everything, but again, I will just try to give you as much information within the given time. Psychology is a huge topic. So let's just start with the news before we move to psychology. So every trader, of course, needs to pay attention to what is going on in the world, especially politics, especially the general economy. You know that we have had big news with Trump, the president of the United States, throwing around with tariffs on every single country. This is just an example. Of course, there are wars going on in the world. So as a profitable trader, we need to know what is going on in the world, and we need to follow the news in order to avoid very volatile market movements that might destroy us or might cause us a huge loss. So we don't want to trade at all. We want to avoid high impact news, and just in general, we want to be updated what is going on in the world, on the markets, etc. So the website that we use for checking all of this is Forex Factory. It's pretty decent website. I still use this every single day to check what's going on in the world, to check the news. Once you visited this website, make sure that you come over to filters, because here you can select all the currencies. If you're trading Forex, for example, select the pairs that you're trading, because we are only trading NASDAQ and S&P. We are only day trading these indices, so we don't care about all other currencies except the US dollar, because we are trading the US markets, so we only care about the US dollar. You see here different colors of these folders, and this just represents the importance of the news, with red being the most high impact news that probably causes the volatile movements that we want to avoid, orange less volatile, less high impact news, and so on and so on. So what I usually do is I don't care about the gray folders and I don't care about the yellow folders. They just don't have an high impact enough for me to not take a trade. So I only want to see when I don't want to take a trade, or when I want to be extra cautious on the markets. So I only leave on the orange and the red folders. And then you can just click on apply, and you can skip through the entire days. You can even select upcoming days or days in the past if you want to backtest to see what kind of news we have every single day. And you will see that if you select a random day, you will see, for example, okay, Thursday, October 23rd, we have existing home sales coming out at 5 p.m. It's an orange folder, so maybe trade there with a bit more caution. So yeah, here for example, you can see on Friday, oh my goodness, we have a lot of red folders: CPI, core CPI, flash manufacturing, PMI. So these are obviously high impact news. That's why they're with red folder. And you can also see the release time. 3:30 p.m. For example, core CPI is coming out on Friday, October 24th. And then you can just check the news if it's turning out bearish or bullish for the markets. It's a pretty simple website to use, but it's very useful because it can help you avoid trading while the market is very volatile and basically unpredictable. So yeah, this is basically everything about news. And of course, it's also recommended to maybe stay on Twitter, maybe Truth Social, maybe follow Trump, because we all know he's a president that just, had a lot of big announcements in the past. So we always want to stay updated. So feel free to also use multiple news platforms for trading, but Forex Factory is for us the way to go. and we use this website on a daily basis to check the news and to check what's going on in the markets. I think this covers news already, to be honest. Like there's not really more to say to it. If you have questions, of course, you can ask in the Discord all the time. But I think this covers everything about the news. So let's just move over to the bigger topic, which is psychology. So psychology in trading is super, super important. You have to be aware that this is the biggest thing in trading. Most people underestimate the psychology. Most people think that if you have a strategy, you are going to be profitable right away. But you can have the best profitable strategy in the world when your psychology is not perfect or set on point. You won't be a profitable trader. Of course, when you trade, you have to deal with a lot of emotions. Maybe when you're still backtesting or paper trading, you don't have emotions because you're not trading with real money. You don't have the fear of losing money. You don't have the greed. You just backtest paper trading because it's not with real money. But you have to know that once you start trading with your own money, there will be certain emotions coming up. And that's why I have, again, brought a picture here of this dude feeling all the most typical emotions that you can feel on the market: doubt, FOMO, fear of missing out, anxiety, greed, fear, overconfidence, and nervousness. And let me tell you, this is something that every trader will experience while trading. You will always, in the beginning, feel nervous. You will always have fear of losing your money. You will always have the greed when you are already big up, but you don't close the positions because you want more and more and more. You will have anxiety. You will have the fear of missing out, and you will enter trades that you shouldn't enter, and you will have doubt. Will I even make it? Am I even made for this? Will I ever make it? Am I even a good trader? So these are all these thoughts, all these emotions that you will experience once you trade with real money. And it's completely normal. Let me tell you that. We've all been there. We've all been through this emotional stuff. And let me just speak from my experience. It's normal to live through these moments, but it's also very important that you try to trade with as less emotions as possible on the markets. Why is that? Because you can't measure emotions. You need to be able to trade based on a strategy, based on statistics, and this is something that you can measure. I can't measure how many times I will feel nervous. I can't measure how many times I am feared on the markets. These are emotions. They can come and go. I can't measure this. I can't put it in a table or schedule it or whatever. Like, this is just completely random. So in trading, this is the biggest enemy. We want to measure things. We want to be able to backtest things. I can't backtest with emotions because I don't know what emotions I had 1 month ago. I don't even know what emotions I was living through yesterday. So especially during trading, especially here on the markets, try to suppress your emotions. Try to put them away and just be very simplified and just don't have emotions. In the beginning, you will have them, but your experience will beat them and you will just don't care anymore. And maybe emotions can also be a good indicator. If you are afraid of losing your money, maybe you are not having a good risk management. Maybe you're risking too much money that you're not good with losing. So maybe these emotions can also be a good indicator for bad risk management. You know, in the perfect way, you should place a trade and you shouldn't even care about losing or winning because you know you have a profitable strategy. So in case you get stopped out, okay, it's a loss, but you don't care because you know tomorrow is another day and I will take another trade and most likely it will be a win because I know I'm a profitable trader, because I know I have a profitable strategy. So don't be afraid of losing. If you are afraid of losing, could be a good indicator that you're not dealing with the right amount of money and they're not risking the right amount of money. And this leads me to my next point, revenge trading. Do you know how many people lose a trade and enter a revenge trade because they think they can make everything back? And guess what happens? It gets even worse. These people lose the second trade and they enter again, and they lose the third trade and they enter again and again and again and again and again, because they think they can make everything back in the next trade. So this is the worst thing that you can do. Of course, I also did this in my past. I think at one point everyone places a revenge trade, and sometimes it still happens to me that I place revenge trades, but let me tell you, almost every single time when I took another trade after a loss, it was again a loss. Why? Because then all these emotions are coming up. Oh no, now I'm afraid I can't lose the second trade. Maybe I close partial profits earlier than I'm supposed to do. Maybe I move my stops. Maybe I extend my stop loss because I don't want to get stopped out. And this is a rabbit hole. It's a very, very bad cycle, and you will lose over the time more and more and more. So this is why you should trade without emotions. Don't let emotions rule your trading strategies. Try to beat emotions with consistency, with proven strategies, with proven data that you have from backtesting, that you don't even need to have emotions because you have everything proven that you are profitable. You have tables because you backtested years and years and years of data. And this is something that can beat emotions. Your confidence that is developed because you spent multiple days in front of the charts, you know you have a profitable strategy, and you know you don't need to be emotional at all. Even if you lose, even if you win, doesn't really matter, because you have data that proves that you are profitable. You don't care about a loss or a win anymore. You just see everything as it is. You are stoic about it. You are like water, and you're just adapting to current situations. The most common difficulties traders face are basically impatience, the fear of missing out, the overconfidence, and the frustration. So basically everything that this little guy right now has going on inside his head right now. So what I want you to take away from this video is set yourself strict rules. 1 trade per day, and don't have any expectations. Accept losses. Losses are part of the game, bro. They are even good because you learn from them and they test your emotions. Every loss is also a win because you keep moving on, and if you have a profitable strategy, you know they're just part of the game. There's no trader in this world that wins every single trade they place. The next thing, journal every trade. Take a notebook, maybe write it down on your journal app on your phone. I don't really care. Everyone has their own way to journal their trades, but journal them. Why? Because you can note down everything that you were experiencing in the trade. You can even write down if you had any emotions, but it's very important to journal these things so you can learn from them. You can go back in time in your journal and see, oh, how did I feel here in this trade? Oh, why did I felt this way? And what can I improve from it? So journal your trades. It's very important. Next thing, take breaks. Take breaks. Don't stare at charts all day. Step back and reset your mentality. Sometimes you just spend too much time in front of the charts. This is also a thing. There are people sitting the entire day in front of the charts trying to find the perfect trade. Give yourself some time off charts. Go for a walk. Do something. Maybe you have a girlfriend, spend time with her. Maybe you have a dog, go walk with the dog. But do something to clear your head, clear your mind, especially maybe after a loss when there is a high chance for you to enter a trade again. Stay disciplined. If there's no clean setup, don't force a trade. This is the biggest proof of a disciplined trader. Don't feel forced to place a trade every single day. With all these building blocks that we are teaching you here, if you are not able to find an entry, then don't place a trade. There will be another time where all these building blocks are perfectly aligned and you can execute a trade. You just need to wait for another day. Why do you want to trade today? Why do you want to place a trade today? Why? Do you want to get rich quick? Well, guess what? This is not a get rich quick scheme. Be patient. So again, you see what I mean? If you feel forced to take a trade every single day, there's a reason behind it. Because you probably need money, you want to win as fast as possible, so there's greed behind it. So don't take a trade every single day when there's no clean setup. Stay disciplined. Next thing, detach from money. Focus on executing your plan, not on profit or loss. Detach from money. Trading is basically a game, and you just watch candles go up and down. Of course, we all want to make money with this, but detach from it. It doesn't matter how the numbers are going up or down while you're in a trade. Just watch the candles, you have your risk management, you know how much you're risking, and just don't watch these numbers going up and down, because then this will lead you to maybe early profit taking, maybe to placing your stop loss in different positions. No, you have a strategy, stop loss is set, take profits are set, take profits will get hit or not, stop loss will get hit or not. Don't move things, just set up your trade, that's it. Of course, after taking partial profits, you can move stop loss to break even, but this is included in your strategy. So what I want you to remember is that trading isn't about being right all the time. It's about being consistent, disciplined, and emotionally stable enough to follow your edge over time. So please just make sure that you keep growing on the charts. You will keep developing, no matter if it's a loss or a win, and try to stay away from these emotions. Of course, it won't be possible in the first few days of trading, but I promise you, the more and more confidence you develop in front of the charts, the more time you spend in front of the charts, you will kill all of these emotions on the markets, and you will become a profitable trader, because in my opinion, psychology is the last step that defines a profitable trader. Because many people have a profitable strategy. Guess what? Many people have. But they fail when it comes to psychology, and they completely destroy their entire profit, because this is something that they never spent time with and that they never controlled. And yeah, it's just sad. So please don't underestimate emotions and psychology on the markets. Yeah, I want to end it here. I don't want to talk too much. I know I talked already too much, but yeah, it's a very, very important topic. So I hope you understood the seriousness and the value of this video. Yeah, with that being said, see you in the next one. Peace out.